Hello, welcome to this week's Level 1 class. So we're going to work on last week, develop the back a little bit more, work on the hamstrings a little bit as well. So we'll come on to hands and knees, we'll get started straight away. So we'll do our usual warm-up, hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Tuck the elbows in, start to pinch the shoulder blades back. Drop the ribs down to the mat, arching the back, lift the head up, and then drop the head down. Push the ribs up to the ceiling nice and high, and then drop the ribs back down, arch the back, lift the head up. Drop the head down, ribs to the ceiling, and then drop the ribs halfway, look down between the fingertips, pick the left foot up, twist the foot out to the side, look around the left arm, back in, right foot up and out, back in, left foot up and out, and in, and then right foot up and out, back in. We're going to combine those movements, so we're going to drop the ribs down, lift the head up, turn the head to the left, push the ribs to the ceiling, look at the left foot, drop the head down, left foot comes in, ribs to the ceiling, right foot comes out to the side, have a look at the toes, drop the ribs down, lift the head up as the right foot comes back in. Turn the head back to the right foot to the side, push the ribs to the ceiling, roll the head down, right foot comes in, ribs up nice and high, push the hands away from the body, left foot comes out, looking at the toes as you drop the ribs down, looking up in front. One more each side, a little faster this time. Head to left foot out, push the ribs to the ceiling as you roll the head down. Right foot out to the side, look at the right toes, drop the ribs down, lift the head up as the right foot comes in. And then right foot out to the side, turn the head to the right, push the ribs to the ceiling, roll the head down, right foot comes in, left foot comes out, drop the ribs down and look at the left toes, left foot comes in, and looking up in front of ribs that drop down. Good. Look down between the fingertips, tuck the toes underneath the feet, tuck the elbows in and lift the knees up and march the feet up and down. Good. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. Keep the chin tucked in and the back of the neck nice and long, and marching the feet. One last one, and rest the knees down. Good. We're going to lift the hands up for the next one. So we're going to lift the knees up off the mat. Right hand, left hand. Good. Keep the hips and shoulders in line with each other. Try not to swing the hips from side to side. Good. One last one on each side. And then rest the knees down. Perfect. Next what we're going to do, we're going to lift one leg and one arm up. So we're going to pinch the shoulder blades together. Tuck the chin in, back of the neck is long, toes are tucked underneath the feet. Lift the knees up, left foot up, right hand up, back down, right foot, left hand, left foot, right hand, last one, right foot, left hand, and then rest the knees down. Perfect. Turn over onto your back now. So, head resting onto our blocks, hands resting by the side. We're going to imprint the spine. We're going to grab our cushion, so we need the cushion again this week. So I'll let you grab one there. Imprint the spine. Cushion between the legs. We're going to squeeze and relax. 1. Pull the rib cage down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold. Left leg out. Left leg again. 2. Left leg again. 3, 4. Keep the right leg still. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep the left leg still, right leg out. 1, 2, 3. Keep the pelvis still, imprint the spine, bring the ribs down, relax the shoulders, go over halfway. Keeping the left knee still. 9 and 10. Grab the circle and rest the legs. So we're going to do 2 legs together, then alternate the legs. We're going to do all 10 reps on the left and then repeat on the right. What I want you to do is focus on the abs, so keep the rib cage down, keep the imprint throughout these exercises. We focus on the legs, we tend to forget about the core. So imprint the spine, rib cage is drawn down, legs to tabletop, shins stay parallel, squeeze and relax. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. Left. 1, 2, 3. So remember that knee stays still. We keep the core engaged, rib cage is down, shoulders relaxed, and the most important thing, keep those shins parallel. Last one, and then the right leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Drop the right foot out with the knee. Keep the left leg still. And core is engaged. Really imprint the spine. Grab the circle. And bring the feet down. Next one, we're going to go through some bridges. So we're going to squeeze the circle nice and tight. Imprint and lift. 1, 2. Now remember, we're exaggerating this imprint as much as we can. We're really relying the back to arch, keeping the circle squeezed. Imprint, roll the hips as far as you can back before you lift up, and then back down. Good, pull the rib cage down. So once you imprint, spine pushes into the mat, pull those ribs down, and lift the hips, pushing up from the pelvis, up nice and high, until we have a nice straight line, from the knees to the shoulders, running straight through the hips. As you push up, squeeze the rib cage down. Make sure it doesn't pop up at the end. We want all the work into the glutes and not coming from the back extensors. Good. 2 more. Pull the ribs down. And then one last one. Lift and hold. 1, 2. Keep pushing the hips up. 3, 4. Pull the rib cage down. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. Left leg for 10. 1, 2, 3. Keep pushing the pelvis to the ceiling. 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep the right knee still. 8, 9, 10, and switch legs. 10, 9. Keep pushing the pelvis up. Keep pulling the ribs down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And roll the pelvis down. And grab the circle. Give the thighs a little rest. They'll be burning after that one. Good. Next one, we're going to hold the circle. We're going to do some single leg bridges. So left foot is on the mat, right knee to the chest. Drop the shoulder blades back and down. Pull them away from your ears as you do that. Squeeze the circle and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And back down. Right foot is on the mat. Left leg comes to tabletop. You can bend the knee a little bit more if you want. Imprint, rib cage comes down. Squeeze the circle. Tuck the elbows in so they're pointing to the toes. And lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep squeezing the circle. 9, tuck the elbows in. 10, and then rest back down. Perfect. Leave the circle down for a couple of minutes, and you're going to rearrange yourself so you can put your feet up on the couch. Keep the circle beside us, so we're going to come back to that now. So, 2 feet up on the edge of the couch, imprint the spine, pull the rib cage down, and lift and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax the shoulders. 6, again squeeze the ribs. 8, 9, one last one, 10, and then back down. Have a rest for a couple of seconds. So the way the glutes and the lower abs work together to level your pelvis out, for your mid back, your lower traps at the back, and your upper abs at the front work together. So what we're going to do is really focus on the rib side, pulling them down and in. We're going to work on the back where you pull the shoulder blades back. So you pull the shoulder blades back. Sometimes you're going to pop the ribs forward. We're trying to overcome that by getting really focused on here, so you can pull the ribs down and then separate out the shoulder moves and pull them back as well. So next one we're going to do, hands by the side. If you're on a ball, put one foot in the middle of the ball. So whichever one you want. So I'm going to put my left there. I'm going to lift the right leg up. So hands by the side, imprint the spine, draw the ribs down, lift the hips nice and high, and 10 pulses with the right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so the right heel just lightly touches the couch of the ball. 8, 9, one last one, 10, and then rest the hips back down. Try to resist the urge just to arch your back and push the ribs forward. So again, draw those ribs down, squeeze the abs and keep the back as flat as you can. So this time right foot goes to the middle of the ball. Imprint the spine, draw the ribs down, hands by the side. Reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, so relax the shoulders. Lift the hips nice and high. And left leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep a straight line from your heel, through your knee and hip, straight to your shoulder. 8, last 2, and 1, last 1. Perfect. And then rest the hips down. And if you have your roll, you can roll that off to the side and get rid of that. Perfect. So, I promise you, we're going to come back to the circle. So, knees are bent, feet are on the mat. We're going to make ourselves comfortable, imprint the spine. We're going to straighten one leg at a time. So, I'm going to start with my right leg, toes pointing straight to the ceiling, slide the leg to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, toes to the ceiling, slide the heel out and back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the left knee and relax the legs. Good. Next one we're going to do, we're going to do a set of hundreds, but we're going to use the circle as well. So we're going to gently squeeze it between the thighs. So circle between the thighs, imprint the spine, hands by the side, reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, chin to the chest, head and shoulders up, beat the hands. 2, 4, 5, breathe out. 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop the shoulders back, lift the chest up nice and high, keep the chin tucked in, and try to lengthen the back and the neck. Good, beating the hands. Nice smooth movements. Drop the shoulders back, reach the hands to the bottom of the mat. Keep the circle squeezed and keep the chest up nice and high. Get the bottom of those shoulder blades up off the mat. One last one. And breathe out. 2, 4, 5. Rest the head down. Grab the circle and have a little rest again. Next one we're going to do, we're going to use the circle in the hands. So just again being aware of the shoulder muscles a little bit more. We're using the pecs to squeeze, but by setting the shoulder blades, we're working on our traps in conjunction with the pecs, and that's what we want them. We don't just one or the other, because they're opposing muscles. We want them to work together. So we're going to reach the hands to the ceiling. We're just going to practice reps first. Gently squeeze the circle, stretch your fingertips to the top, keep the elbows locked out, and drop your shoulder blades back. So don't bend or straighten your elbows, keep them locked out and straight the whole time. And reach the fingers up and drop the shoulder blades back. So then move in 1 inch to 2 inches, 4 to 5 centimeters, and drop back. And what we're looking to do is just be able to isolate those movements where we work the pec minor and where we work the lower traps. Good. 2 more. Tuck the elbows in, reach the fingers up, drop the shoulder blades back. 1 last one. Fingers to the ceiling, elbows are tucked in, reach and lower back down. Perfect. Keep the hands there, keep the elbows tucked in, shoulder blades pinched down, imprint the spine, remember the ribs are drawn down, legs to tabletop, straighten the legs to the ceiling, and little flutter kicks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, tuck the elbows in, 9, and the last one, 10. Bend the knees and bring the feet down. Next what we're going to do, we're going to straighten the legs up. We're going to go for double leg lowers. So imprint again, legs to tabletop, straighten the arms to the ceiling, pinch the shoulder blades down, straighten the legs to the ceiling, focus on the imprint. One, we've a lot to think about here. The elbows being tucked in, the shoulders pulling back, but as you lower the legs, switch your focus towards the imprint. Make sure it's switched on, squeezing the back into the mat. As you bring your legs up towards the ceiling, make sure the elbows stay tucked in and the shoulder blades are back and down. Good, pull the rib cage down. And one last one. And bend the knees. And bring the feet down. Good. Last one we're going to do, we're going to do some toe taps. So a little bit easier, but what we're going to do is we tap the feet down, we're going to bring the hands back behind our head. So as the right foot comes down, the hands go back. As the left foot goes down, the hands come back to the ceiling. So again, hands reaching to the ceiling, gently squeezing the circle, imprint the spine, pull the ribs down, legs to tabletop. Good, we're going to tap the right foot down, hands come back, and as the left foot comes to the ceiling, hands reach up. Right foot down, hands come back, left foot down, hands reach up. Right foot down, hands back behind the head, left foot down, hands reach to the ceiling. Perfect. So what we're doing is when we hold the hands back behind our head, we have to make sure the ribs don't pop up towards the ceiling. Good, right foot down, hands back, left foot down, hands up. Right foot down, hands back, left foot down, hands up. One last one on each leg. Perfect. And back up. Great, bring the feet down. So what's happening there is we bring one leg down, the pelvis wants to tip this way and arch the back. As we bring the hands back behind the head, the ribs want to pop up, arching the back even more. So we're bringing the hands back and holding them there, we bring a bit more focus to the upper abs and having to draw them down, drawing the ribs down. Good, next one we're going to do, leave the circle down to the side, straighten the legs down onto the mat. We're going to do some roll-ups. So we're going to do 10 roll-ups into sitting. I'm going to be nice today and reach in front. If you want to make it harder, you can reach up towards the ceiling. Good, so whichever one you feel like. But when you come up nice and tall at the end, stick the chest forward. Good. Halfway. If you want a bit of variety, you can alternate like I am. So one hard, and then one a little bit easier. Good, keep the shoulder blades back. Good, 2 more. Nice controlled movements on the way down. Chest up. And one last one. Good. And then back down onto the mat and rest down. Bend the knees. We're going to imprint the spine and bring the legs up into tabletop next. Hands back behind the head. Pull the ribs down. And then up onto the back and hips. And let the feet touch the mat. So next what we're going to do, hands back either side of the mat. We're going to pinch the shoulder blade back, chest comes forward. We're going to extend the right knee and bend. And then the left and bend. So remember, we're trying to twist the elbows together. Pinching the shoulder blades. And sticking the chest forward nice and far. Good. And rest down. So try to get our lower traps to work and put a bit of weight through the hands so you make them work hard. Next one, twist those elbows towards each other, straighten the right leg, lower and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And switch. Straighten the left leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, so remember drawing the ribs down, squeezing the shoulder blades. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bend the left knee and relax the shoulders. Next one, we're going to draw 10 circles, 5 clockwise and 5 anti-clockwise. I'm going to count this time. Pinch the shoulder blades back. If you watched last week, I miscounted, we made you do 10 each way. Pinch the shoulder blades back, twist those elbows towards each other. Straighten the right leg, lower halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch directions. 5, 4, keep pinching the shoulder blades, really think of twisting those elbows. 2, and 1, and bring the right foot down. So don't let the elbows point out, twist them towards each other, and keep rotating them around. Straighten the left leg, lower halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, nice round circles. 5, switch directions. 5, 4, chest forward. 3, 2, 1, and bend the left knee and rest down. Relax the shoulders again. Next we're going to lift the 2 feet up off the mat. We're going to extend both knees and bend. So we're not going to move the thighs. So hands either side of the mat. Again, chest forward, twist the elbows towards each other. And we're going to extend and bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull the ribs down. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and bend, and relax. Last one we're going to do, in sitting, we're going to have the hands either side of the mat, we're going to lift our hips up off the mat. So we're going to pinch the shoulders together, and we're going to lift and lower. 1, twist those elbows in. 2, 3, 4, ribs stay down. 5, 6, twist the elbows and shoulders back. 7, 8, if you're getting tired just bend the knees. 9, and the last one, 10, and then back down and rest. Perfect. Over onto our stomachs next. So move the head block out of the way, rest the head down onto the back of the 2 hands, right hand or 2 hands on top of each other, doesn't matter, right on top of left, left on top of right. Pinch the shoulder blades back. We're going to pull the rib cage down, squeeze the glutes and abs, trying to flatten out the low back. So we're pushing our pelvis into the mat, pull the ribs down, shoulder blades come back, lift the head, arms and chest. 1, 2, 3, imprint. 4, 5, 6, shoulder blades back. 8, 9, and last one, 10, and rest back down. Next we're going to lift the legs up off the mat. So imprint, pull the ribs down, left leg up, right leg up. Keep squeezing the upper abs. Good. Just a small little lift, keep the knees extended. Last 2, and last one, and rest the legs down. Perfect, next one. We're going to straighten the arms out in front. We're going to tuck the chin in, pinch the shoulder blades back, squeeze the abs, lift the hand and the head then the chest, and back down. So hands, head, chest, and down. Hands, head, chest, and down. Imprint, squeeze the glutes, and back down. Don't forget about squeezing the upper abs, pull the ribs down. So we're trying to extend through the thoracic spine. Good, 2 more, shoulder blades back, squeeze the ribs, and one last one, and lower, and bend the hands on top of one another again. Next we're going to bend the knees, so the heels are pointing to the ceiling. Try to drop the feet out a little bit, again squeeze the abs, and lift the knees. 1, 2, think about pulling the ribs down. 4, very small lifts. But don't let the back arch as you do it, don't let the pelvis lift. And the last one on the right side, and rest the legs back down. 1 or 2 more in the stomach. We're going to stretch our arms out in front again, pinch the shoulder blades back, squeeze the ribs down, lift the arms, head and chest and the legs, and small little kicks up and down. So swimming in shallow water, keep the chin tucked in, pinch the shoulder blades back, and last one, and rest back down. Good. Last one, we're going to rest the forehead on the mat, hands back either side. We're going to pinch the shoulder blades back, move out just a little bit here so I can move my hands. We're going to pinch the shoulder blades back, twist the hands out and up, and lift the chest. 1, 2, twist the thumbs to the ceiling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one last one, and 10. And then rest back down. Good. And that's the end of today's class. Well, we're going to do stretching, that's the end of the hard work. So we're going to come up into sitting now, up nice and tall. We're going to bring the nose towards the right armpit, right hand over the top of the head. Drop the left arm back and down, and just gently stretch the head down towards the right. Sitting up nice and tall, and relax that right shoulder as well. Good. And then switch to the left. Relax both shoulders. And again, bring the nose towards the armpit. Feel a stretch coming down the right side. And very slightly, you can turn the head from left to right, just to find where you get the best stretch. Relax both shoulders. The left hand is out just to guide the head down to the side. Good. Back to the middle. Right ear to the right shoulder. So we're looking slightly up towards the left. Up nice and tall with the chest, keeping the spine straight. So stick the chest out. Pinch the shoulder blades back. Good. As you pull that left shoulder blade down, you'll feel a more intense stretch. Bring the left hand out. Sometimes you make that even more intense. You just really stretch out the upper traps. If you round the shoulder a little bit and hunch it up, you'll feel a stretch onto the scalenes here. We're going to try and get both. So you get the scalenes and then pinch the shoulder back, and you get the upper traps with it. Good. And then switch to the opposite side. So looking slightly up to the right. Left hand over the top of the head. Spine up nice and tall. Relax the two shoulders. So you stretch into the scalenes. And then pull the right shoulder back and down. And that stretch is a little bit more intense. It should be a little bit more out towards the end of the shoulders there. Good. Relax as much as you can. Try not to hold any tension in the body as you stretch. Perfect. And then back towards the middle. That's today's class. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit more work for the back. We try to bring the upper abs to complement the lower traps a little bit more, and we'll work on that a little bit more next week. See you then. Bye bye.